those options are on the table. Again, not decided. Those are things that have to be decided by personnel committee, city council, finance committees. The pay freeze really doesn't take effect until July 1st of 2011 because we're in a longevity year right at this point, and open enrollment isn't until April. So that's when that would likely take place because employees have the opportunity to go back and pick a different, less expensive plan. There's all kinds of things they can do if, in fact, city council decides that that's going to happen. But all those things have to be discussed. You know, I caught a lot of flack from a lot of people because it wasn't discussed enough, and then when it was discussed, it was discussed too much. But I think that nobody will appreciate any kind of an increase if we don't continue to look inside of what we're doing. And that's what we've been doing. It's, you know, I know there's a lot of countries, a lot of people would like to see, but the bottom line is you have to agree that we have been cutting. And I'll get to you two gentlemen anytime soon, but it's somebody different, so we get everybody the opportunity to ask a question. I'm sorry, man, there's one had her hand up just before you.
I appreciate you explaining the facts as to why you need to have this user fee, but I don't live in Parkersburg. I work in Parkersburg, I drive to Parkersburg, and I spend my money in Parkersburg. But I just don't think it's fair to those who don't live here to help fund little shortcomings in the city when, again, our pay raise has been frozen for 2 years. My insurance has raised over the past 2 years. If your own budget is showing that pick up that slack.
Don't disagree with the word you said. Again, this is what state law allows, and that's all it allows. There's a
I'd just like to know, you were talking about like the homecoming and your electricians have to pick up this expense.
Yes.
Well, if this homecoming's making income, why aren't they paying for this expense out of their profits they are? There's too much of this stuff that goes on that we're told that it'll bring money into the city, but we're not seeing any profit from this stuff.
That's a long debated issue. You're exactly right. First of all, homecoming doesn't make any money. I think they're doing better the last couple of years. It's hard work with Randall Roberts, but the fact is the city of Parkersburg has always spent upward $40,000 on homecoming and overtime, police, some firemen, electrical work. We start working 2 weeks ahead of time on that. And you're absolutely right. Most of it's in-kind services, but it comes at the cost of the city of Parkersburg. That's why, you know, at this last budget hearing, when homecoming comes and asks us for more money, like a lump sum of cash, we don't get it. We give it the office, so to speak. We are the entity that helps put that on.
Does city council make this decision to back this homecoming?
Homecoming has been backed by the city of Parkersburg for 25, 30 years, and it's just part of our community service, having police officers and people there. I will tell you this, it's kind of a catch-22. When you have a large crowd like homecoming, you have to have policemen there anyway. You can't have those large crowds and wandering around without police officers working it. So it's not a matter of them making us come. Even if they didn't want us there, we would have to provide police protection. Then you wouldn't, you can't imagine the amount of trash and so forth that the sanitation workers pick up afterwards. They stay afterwards on each night and they clean the streets and take the trash to the dump, and that's all it costs.
Well, if you're going to cut something from the budget, why can't something like this be cut? I haven't been to a movie for years. It's just one of them things that's priced out of your range, and you have to cut somewhere. Everybody's doing it.
It can be, and that's a consideration council can make. Absolutely. Thank you.
You explained that the cost for all these parks comes from federal or state, somewhere else, not us. We're not paying for it. Where's the money going to come from to maintain these parks forever?
It's not a cost, I mean, it's in kind, actually, it's gonna be easier to maintain the new park than the old park.
Yeah.
The other thing we do with Riverfront Park is if it floods, and it does once every couple of years, is we hose the mud off of it.
What about lighting and all that? Don't they have to be lit?
There'll be a couple like that, lighting will be expensive, actually, it'll be installed by the contractor, but most of the maintenance will be when it floods, and we already have to mud. I mean, we have a crew that does, not just that part of the flood wall, actually it'd be less than that once they're done. But, you know, the earth flood wall that runs all the way to North Parkersburg is all mowed by the city flood wall board, the city flood wall board. There won't be a great deal of additional, it would just be by the same people. No more people being hired or anything else. That's the only line. On side.
Here, you knew all about this since 2008. Why are we looking into buying property like Mall Motors going to put the new city garage there, the Marble Factory, places like that there? Let's, instead of taking the money and putting it in the Riverfront Park, let's build a city center to bring money to Parkersburg instead of taking money out of Parkersburg. Because if we got the Riverfront Park, there could be nobody here to, what we do, watch a boat looking down the river, we ain't gonna be here to watch it, get either.
Right. No, we're not buying all the others. Actually, our plan was if it would work out, and it's not going to work out, is that if we could sell our property at Camden and Pike Street and buy Mall of Motors, we would do that. That's not likely to happen. And a lot of that had to do with the recession. The reason I was wanting to sell the property at Camden and Pike is because there were a couple of large drugstore chains that were interested in that property, which would spark more economic development in the city. Certainly would spark more development along Corridor D, which I think in a good economy will see grow much more. But the bottom line is we don't have a buyer for it, and therefore we won't be buying Mall Motors. It's just a discussion, it's an option. I'd love to be able to sell that property, get enough of it to move that out there and open it up for economic development. The bottom line is there's no takers right now. We're not buying Mall Motors. There's a young lady right there.
Mayor Noel,
Yes,
exactly how old is the building that we're in right now?
1979.
How much did it cost to renovate the third floor? When was that done?
Well, it didn't cost much. When I was police chief, I put bulletproof glass in a couple of things. It really wasn't much renovation.